Hi, this is the monthly read for Aries. I know I'm putting it out there a little bit later than what I should have, but it has been a crazy month. What can I say? I'm going to do some of these messages, see what comes out for Aries. Let's take a look. Aries. Okay, you have end of a cycle. You've got pride issues at the top. Could be with yourself, could be with somebody else. Reiki, so aligning the chakras. Official, and end of a 9-year cycle. Okay, interesting. So some of you, end of a 3-year cycle. Some of you have had an end of a 3-year cycle, and some of you have had an end of a cycle. Now, but for some reason I'm getting the number 9 is really significant for you. Okay, and official. So you guys are Aries. You show up as the Emperor within tarot. The Emperor can also be an official, you know, so somebody who is a person of authority, like the Emperor himself. Right, for Aries, let's see what's coming up through tarot for you. We've got choice, okay, the Lovers. Yep, definitely a choice. Seven of Cups is also all about choice. Let's do a few more. Right. Let's put this over here. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but the Ten of Cups fell in reverse. Okay, let's move this along a little bit. I will move along as well. Or maybe I won't. I'll just like have to not do that, because otherwise you won't, I won't fit into. Basically, it's the leg part of the table when I get my words out. So, at home, you know, there may be a dynamic where you're not feeling grounded. You're not feeling as though, you know, I don't completely feel happy. You might have the house, you might have the car, you might have the picket fence, you know, you might be earning exactly what you're meant to be earning. But in regards to emotional happiness, I don't feel like that's there. And I feel like that's the sort of choice that is crowning you right now. Because cups represent emotional stability, not just, you know, other forms of stability, like not materialistic stability. Okay, there's heavy energy. So the Lovers is originally known as the choice as well. I love that Lovers card. And then the Two of Pentacles is choice as well. And the Seven of Cups is about choice and confusion as well. Okay, what this is doing is it's making you think a lot. You're trying to go deep within yourself. You're really trying to find out, you know, to the depth of you. What is it? It's almost like I just can't feel content. It's that sort of an energy with the Hanged Man there, okay? Interesting. Okay, we've got the Four of Pentacles. You'll have to let go of something. I don't think it's about budgeting, because this isn't about money, right? Because if it was showing up as, oh, it's about, you know, the finances and things like that, I would let you know. But this is about letting go of something in order to allow the energy to flow. Okay, let's clarify these for you, Aries. Lovers. Let's clarify the Lovers. Okay. The Seven of Cups. Okay. The Hanged Man. Okay, there's two there. Ten of Cups. As well. Okay. The Two of Cups, Pentacles. Too many. Way too many. Two of Pentacles. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. There's some sort of spilt milk in the past that, you know, you're like, you just can't let go of that energy. It's feeling as though you couldn't let go of that energy, although that's exactly what you're starting to do now. You're beginning to let go. So in the original tarot, this isn't the original tarot. This is the stained glass cat tarot. This person is stood and he has 3 cups in front of him of spilt milk, and then behind him he has 2 empty cups that he can fill with whatever he desires. Okay, but what he's doing is he's focusing on the spilt milk or wine. You can take it how it resonates. This is wine, but as you can see, all of these are full. And this person can focus on, you know, life in a different way now. Okay, so this person can focus on what they have rather than what they didn't. And I feel like that's what you're coming into now, whereas the focus was so confusing, right? Let's get to that part. So, you know, the Lovers making a choice. This could be about a person, doesn't have to be, but there is a choice, so there's another person. Wanting to, you know, feeling inspired, feeling like you're free-spirited enough to go and do something. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to have a victory with it, okay? You feel as though I want to make a choice and I want a victory with it, but I feel like that's what sort of stops you. It stops you because you're like, that has to be the outcome. How do I get to, you know, how do I know that's definitely going to be the outcome? You don't know that. And because you don't know that, I feel like that's what stopped you from making that move, right? Also, we've got the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, making that choice is sort of creating a tower, because you'll have to let go of something in order to have something. The Hanged Man, you know, this is you really thinking about things. And the Wounded Warrior, you know, and the Eight of Pentacles, you know, the Nine of Wands is about, I haven't given up. I haven't quite won. I didn't lose, but I'm not going to give up. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, I have to keep trying. I have to become really good at this. And I feel like what you really want to become good at is feeling happy. You know, getting out of bed and being like, yes, I'm happy. I'm so happy, you know. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups we've already discussed, you know, from the Seven of Cups you go to the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is feeling happy, but the reason you're not being happy is because Seven of Cups, I didn't make a choice. But what you know you have to do is you have to get in the Chariot and move towards what you want. Not focus on what the outcome is going to be, but actually making that big move. Okay, that's why you have the Tower, and that's why you have the Chariot here. Okay, Two of Pentacles, like, how do I balance this, you know, like, I'm not quite sure how to do it. And me making this choice, what helps me make this choice? Well, Ace of Wands, you know, this is a creative new beginning. This is self-expression. This is feeling happy. This is passion, okay? I want to choose something now that makes me feel happy. That's what the Ace of Wands is. Okay, makes me feel passionate again, has a spark to it, right? And by the way, if this is not love or a person for you, this could be in terms of a job. right? Instead of choosing the corporate world, I want to do something that's creative, right? Because that makes me feel happy. And it could also be, okay, I live in this area and I can afford the mortgage and everything, and I've got equity in my property. However, even though this is comfortable, I don't feel happy when I leave the house, or it doesn't make me, I don't feel as though I want to leave the house. I'm always in the house. So I need to move somewhere where I feel motivated enough to leave the house. That could be the creative new beginning, right? Just giving you random examples because it might not resonate for love for everybody. Four of Pentacles, I'm holding on. High Priestess, your higher self knows you're holding on. And Aries, you are a fire sign, okay? So what happens is with fire, passion is very, very important. But with passion, there can be, with that side, because you're a fire sign, there can be pride and there can be ego more than some of the other signs. But your higher self, which is so ego is the self that is born when you're born here. The ego is then created, okay? But the higher self is the consciousness of your soul, okay? And your higher self is telling you, let go. That's what you need to do. So, and the thing is, you will let go, because that's what this read is saying. You are very consciously, subconsciously aware that this is what you need to do, and you are moving in the right direction. That is why we have the Chariot. That is why we have the Ace of Wands, okay? And that is why we have your higher self helping you through this, okay? So that's what I've got for you. Also, for a lot of you, this might be programming, okay? Because we've got end of a 3-year cycle, we've got end of a cycle. So for a lot of you, what's ending right now is a certain way that you've been programmed to think, and that in itself is difficult. That takes time. And yeah, speaking of pride, we did have pride issues at the top of the deck. What will help you, because you are the root chakra sign, that's why you're all red. In tarot, you are the root chakra sign. It helping, to help you maybe get your Reiki done, because what that will do is that will align you. And actually, just looking at this, you've got a lot of red in the cards, even different decks. Like traditionally, the Tower wouldn't have red in it. You've got red in both of these as well. Okay, this one too. So all the best, Aries, and it looks like you are making a choice that will make you really, really happy now. Thank you. Bye.